So, the feeling that Marvel went, okay, we've been really shitty for like 5 episodes straight. Perhaps some levity's needed. So we got Frat Boy Thor, which I didn't even know was an option of the episodes they had listed. This came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. So, the premise is, what if Thor were an only child? So, in this universe, instead of Thor and Loki growing up together, Odin brings Loki back to his frost giant family, and cut to years later, Odin is entering his Odin sleep. Thor is about to inherit the crown, but being the himbo that he is, he and his friends take a trip to Midgard, or Earth, and they land in Las Vegas, and then literally it's just the biggest global house party.
One thing that I love how blatant it was that, every time they have one of these characters in one of these what ifs, they try their hardest to make it look like what the character looked like in the movies. They did not try that with Thor. They went out of their way to try and make him look like an old school 90s animated Disney prince.
Yeah.
Like, his face is longer than Hemsworth's. He was clean shaven. His hair was whoosed back. There was no ruggedness. There's no beard. There was no, I look like I'm going to beat your ass. There's none of that. Just like, then they had the happily ever after thing later, but reset the clock on the last time I heard the fucking word Snuggie. Everything that's ever been in Thor was in this episode.
Not just Thor. You got some guardians in there. Howard the Duck is like on Earth for reasons.
He marries Darcy. This was Marvel's version of, it's borderlining on The Hangover.
Ish, yeah.
It's just like, no, wait. Oh god, it's like Marvel's version of superheroes. Have you ever seen the movie Blank Check?
Yeah.
The kid gets to go do whatever he wants. It's like, this was the last two we complained because they should have been movies because they lost it upon stuff being in the interim that would have afforded it up. This one absolutely should have been a what if because there was no definite solution outside of like, he's going to call mom. Eventually, just something's going to happen that ends it. And you're just going to have infinite amounts of stupidity in between there.
I feel like this episode really only exists for two reasons. One, have Thor be like, the party master in space and invite all of his friends for this huge bombastic party. And two, so Thor and Captain Marvel could fight.
Yeah, and did Larson voice her?
No.
I didn't think so.
I believe the voice actress who played Danvers was Alexandra Daniels.
It's not ringing any bells. Anyway, she did a great job. They actually did like a decent job of showing, again, they're better at fight scenes. They did. I complained about that in the last episode. This is a vast improvement. It is still not what I want an animated fight out of a Marvel animated movie to be, but they are drastically better.
Mm-hmm.
Just week to week, just on the next one. I don't even know if like when they were planning these, they did one and all of a sudden they're like, we're gonna have a fight in that next one. It was kind of still framey anime-ish in the last one. This one, give or take, it was more what do I want to say? If Dragon Ball Z met Looney Tunes levels of weird violence, like boom, hit him halfway across the country.
About that, one of my friends posted a GIF of like Thor like charging lightning at Captain Marvel, and I replied back, for a second there, I thought this was from a Dragon Ball Z fighting game.
What? Now, only if they would have started talking about backstory during the beam struggle, then we would have had it nailed. Anyway, but yeah. It is ridiculous how I don't get how people do this. People hate Darcy. I don't know how people hate Darcy. It is beyond me. People just think she's the absolute scum of the Marvel Universe, and I think Darcy's great. Darcy was awesome in this episode, too. Kat Dennings is a sweetheart in everything that she's in. And
I love her. I think it does help that WandaVision has seriously like given her a much bigger spotlight.
It has, and like she said in an interview that Marvel heard loud and clear that how much they loved the idea of her character and then Jimmy Woo character having something together. Give them like an Unsolved Mysteries Marvel TV show, and you're printing money.
I would love it.
Oh, it'd be great. But like, what was some stuff they had here? They had Loki as like almost a stoner, like Frost Giant. Brother from another, like, yo, ice dudes. Like, what? I don't think Loki. Well, Tom Hiddleston's probably had the time of his life playing Loki when he was in Loki. I don't think Hemsworth has had more fun playing this character than he did in the probably 20 minutes he spent in the voice booth doing this. Like just the there's a term for it that they do in VO. I can't remember the word. I believe it starts with an A when you do like grunts. It's just a bunch of you record a bunch of like ooh and us. Like what do you guys hear? That ooh oh.
I think it was just accents,
but like even the sounds of him getting hit by Captain Marvel, it sounded like he was going out of his way to make him sound so oversaturated. Oh. Like they were gonna try and use the Gateway Arch as a slingshot. Surtur was flirting with Lady Liberty. Oh, and I love how instantly also it's like Odin's asleep. Both Thor and Freya were like, yeah, we're not gonna watch over Asgard. We're both gonna go off somewhere. But you were naughty when you were away, so I'm going to stop what you were doing. Instantly, Dad's asleep. Yep, bye. We go drink with my friends.
But you have to stay here because you're responsible.
Because you're responsible, and you need to learn what it's going to be like when your dad finally does die. It was so good. And like Grandmaster and Topaz like riding like Segway scooters, like whatever. There was so much random crap that was in this episode. And then again, the fight. Did they actually have Frank Grillo voicing Brock Rumlow?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Larson was the only one in this episode who didn't return, because even Natalie Portman is Jane Foster.
Okay, but wait, did Batista come back?
Okay, no, he was the other one that didn't return.
Okay, I was gonna say because I remember that the other guy covered for Batista in the T'Challa one, but yeah, it was just this episode never stopped ever.
It was just a riot from start to finish.
Start to finish, the science and magic tattoos. the obvious insinuation that they had sex, like even in these animated ones, it was just like that was like they were murdering people, and then all of a sudden it was just like, wait, they actually had them hook up. I was like, I don't know why that shocked me, but
because that's the common criticism is that blockbusters these days are they're not sexy enough.
they're not sexy enough. Oh my god. The word part, we could just basically go through everything they did. The only like real plot of this episode was that they thought Thor was a threat because they thought he destroyed a star because of his partying.
Apparently,
But I guess he just helped it along because they even saved the goat named Gary. I named him Gary. Yes, you did.
Why is Gary such a funny name?
I don't know, because it's like even in Ratchet and Clank or Rift Apart, like there's this ancient like what do I want to say, priest like knowledge caretaker that is like a lizard, and he's like, and his name is Gary. I have an uncle named Gary. He's one of the most down to earth, old school people ever, and I'm just like, I'm so not used to hearing that name as a joke. It's like, it's one of those ones. It's like, what's a really kooky white guy name? Gary. Let's just go with Gary.
Yeah, there's even a character on Legend Tomorrow called Gary.
Oh yeah.
So like he's kind of burned into my head as like that sort of archetype.
Oh yeah. It's just one of those names. It's like you can't be a young person somehow if your name is like Beatrice. It's like one of those things, like you have to be a certain something. Like you just became that person. You were never anything. You didn't grow up. You were just that person.
Speaking of which, can we talk about Captain Marvel for a second?
Mm-hmm.
And how she did kind of act as like the mom of the universe.
She was the disapproving older sister.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like how they had the button inside this giant case. That the button was this big, but the case was this big. It's a beeper. My dad's a podiatrist. He has a beeper. What? Wait, what did I miss? What happened? What? No ceremony whatsoever. Just boop. They didn't even make a big explosion. Like they even made the big deal calling it out in the sky with the shooting star.
Make a wish. I couldn't possibly tell you.
I couldn't possibly ruin the magic.
Thor and Loki were something.
They were great, man. They were awesome. Oh, you could tell people are like, I bet Hemsworth and Hiddleston were another two that were like, wait, you're doing what? Yeah, I want to be in one of those.
I would love to see like behind the scenes footage of these actors like recording this dialogue.
Like
I'm sure they had a blast with this one.
Oh, they did. Did you ever see oh man, I don't know when it's released or what it's on, but I saw it on a thing on Facebook. The video of like when they when they were in Aladdin, they had VO booths that were across from each other with a sheer glass plating separating them. And for the life of me, I can't remember who voiced Aladdin in a 90s film, but Robin Williams was on the other side of the glass as him, and they were doing their lines against each other. And the guy just couldn't do his lines. He's like, how am I supposed to do this with it being right there? Something like Robin Williams had like 60 hours, like some stupid number of hours of lines that they had to choose from because he wouldn't stop talking. But yeah, this was just, we could go through every moment. This episode was just fun. Like, they've never made a bad episode of these What Ifs yet, but this was finally one where they were just like, what is the stupidest stuff? Let's pick one of the group of friends from one of the Marvel movies and just have them be stupid for a half an hour.
I said on my Facebook that this is the most frivolous episode that they've done, and that's not a bug. That's a feature. because
Absolutely.
we've had pretty much every other episode be kind of dark and depressing.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed one episode to be the breather.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, we also need to talk about the last 20 seconds.
Now we're into the point where they're actually making plot drops where these episodes are connected. They also put way more into it than I thought they were going to. Because the Ultron bots come through the end there. And then I'm like, oh, okay, there's Infinity Gauntlet freaking Ultron. And no, it's Infinity Gauntlet Ultron with Vision inside of him.
Mm.
Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, so this has layers. I have so many questions, but the two priority ones are: one, how did he get created?
Yeah.
Two, how long did it take him to find all 6 stones? And then number 3, Vision
is in him, wearing him as a suit.
I don't know. I am stumped.
Also, one thing that I have to add before we get away from it, Ultron has all the Infinity Stones. They went out of their way again to show the fucking Infinity Gauntlet in freaking Odin's vault. That was a continuity error in the original movies, and they went out of their way to show it again.
Yep. Wait, did the gauntlet have like the 6 stones?
Yeah, and they were glowing.
Okay, what the hell?
I don't know. Because, like, in my head, I'm thinking now, they had the scene, like in the movie showing it's a fake where you have Hela push the thing over, and now I'm thinking in my head, the only person that wasn't in this episode was Hela. Get the Executioner.
Yeah.
You just didn't have her. And you had Surtur. No, I take that back. You didn't have... I'm blanking on her name. Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. Oh yeah.
Unless they were in a scene somewhere and I just didn't notice them.
Yeah, no, I don't remember seeing Valkyrie either. But still, Surtur's there. Korg is there. I said before, like the
Rocket.
Guardians were there.
Yeah. Yep. And this is where I'm wondering here. This is the version of the Guardians where they don't have Quill there. They showed most of them. They didn't show Quill. What happens in the only other Marvel thing where Quill is not Star-Lord?
That's the second episode.
The second episode. Where is Hela? She got taken by the Collector because her helmet is in the vault. Which one of these episodes are connected?
Well, wait, hold on. Why doesn't Nebula have her blonde?
Okay, Nebula doesn't have her blonde hair. That's right. Which that fucking blonde hair made no damn sense in that episode either, at all. That was just like, I'm a femme fatale. I need to have a hair I can slip in the wind.
You do bring up a good point though. Is the plan to bridge these together? Like I've been hearing rumblings that like if it's not the next one, then the season finale is what if the Avengers were gathered from the multiverse?
Oh yeah, it's good, and it's like you gotta wonder what ones are connected now because Ultron's gonna be the big bad. I would imagine, and then like one of the people that are going to help save it is Thanos Gamora, whatever that reason is going to be. But like, they have a different. Oh my head hurts. I don't know what one of these are connected or not.
Yeah, they have a multi. It's the what if reverse.
Yeah, what if first? I like it. Like I said, these don't have to be connected. If you can make another random thing of bullshit wherever you want once a season, where you're like, who's a villain that can face at the end? Throw a bunch of shit at the wall and have it end there. You can even have them lose. I don't know.
I mean, they've been doing a bunch of dark endings, so
Yeah.
having them lose wouldn't be like it wouldn't be that far fetched.
Really wouldn't. But it's just like, what the hell? This is one of the ones where I'm just like, every 10 seconds, I was like, what's going on? What is this? Why? The last two, I could kind of put it together outside of a couple of things like Wanda being inside the thing and a couple other little twists in that. Outside of that, I had the zombies one pretty figured out. The Killmonger one, I was like, all right. Once it started going, I knew it was going to happen. This one, I was just like, what? 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 And that was the thing. They were just like, let's be random, be stupid. It's fine. And it paid off. Like, it's just, they can have like, it's just like I said, it was really nice to have a not sad what if happened.
Yeah. I mean, the ending still, the ending almost kind of feels like a parody of the dark endings, because like the end of the story is, and they lived happily ever after. 2 seconds later, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. I had the liar, here she comes to wreck the day. It was like, I was waiting. I'm like, this episode's going to end and nothing horrible has happened. And then sure enough, wait, what? Even the watcher was like, what? I thought this was a happy one. What the hell is that thing? The more and more they have the commentary from the Watcher, it's awesome.
I'm really assuming that, you know, when we get to the season finale, the Watcher is gonna actually come down and be like, hey, so I'm not supposed to interfere, but
yeah, I'm almost wondering if it's going to be like a freaking dark side type of thing in the end of Justice League Unlimited, where like it's all going to shit and then it just come down and we're like, hold on, let's chat for 2 seconds. I have no idea. I couldn't even pose guesses to you because of the amount of random horseshit. I was like, okay, now that it's Vision inside an Ultron suit, I'm like, I have nothing. My brain is out the window with guesses. I have legitimately nothing.
Yeah. Like, this is the first time that I've been just genuinely stumped after one of these.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Now, what did we say were possibilities for? What did we say last week? I know we talked about Ultron with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Now, Ultron with the Infinity Stones, Thanos Gamora, which again, we don't know if these are even episodes. They're just characters on a background. So I don't know if we're even going to get straight up episodes of those. Because again, I had no idea frat boy, I'm going to go sneak out of my parents' house, Thor was an episode.
And yet here we are.
Here we are. And there's supposedly this Spider-Man becomes Sorcerer Supreme thing that Chris Evans is voicing Spider-Man for. Which I still don't know. Like, if I had a crack pipe dream that was just something I imagined, I swear to God that was a real thing.
I just checked the Wikipedia. I do not see Chris Evans listed in the guest list.
Of course. That was just something that I imagined in my sleep. And I look like a moron.
No, it could still be true, but I don't know. Or maybe Chris was just trolling. It's like, oh yeah, I'm Spider-Man, I guess.
Oh god. Anyway, I have no idea. I legit have no idea because they threw out an episode that I didn't even know they were gonna do. Couldn't even tell you what my guesses are.
Can you at least tell me where this ranks on the list so far?
This is my second favorite. I love this episode.
So number one is still what if T'Challa was Star-Lord?
Yeah. And then this. My god, I actually have to. Where's Disney Plus? Disney Plusu. I can't spell. Come on. Marvel.
While you're looking that up, my number one is what if T'Challa became Star-Lord?
Yep.
Number two, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Mm-hmm.
Number three is what if Thor were an only child?
Nice.
Number four, what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Number five, what if the world lost its mightiest heroes? 6 is zombies and 7 is Captain Carter.
Okay. All right. So 1 is Star-Lord T'Challa. 2 is this. Say 3 is Doctor Strange. 4, I think, is zombies for me, honestly. Then what if the world's lost its mightiest heroes? Then Killmonger, then Carter, I think.
And just as a reminder to everyone, I would put all of these, if they were on my letterbox scale, would all be like minimum 4 out of 5.
Oh yeah, they're all good. I don't consider any of these bad. They've not done an outright bad episode at all. So yeah, I just looking through the list of just how random each one of these is as they go along. Outside of the middle ones being negative, it's just like, what the hell? That's the point. Oh man, because I don't just. I'm trying to wrap my damn head around the fact that Vision's inside Ultron.
I know it's
that. I don't get what. Oh, I don't know.
I hope they expand on that. If not now, then like next season. Because what the
Do you think there is any chance that they debut a character in a What If?
Maybe not this season, but next season maybe.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure who they would. I'm not sure who they could debut in a What If without people going, who?
Because like, I don't know either, but it'd be one of those things where it's like, oh, that's the one they made up, Pepperdale, and those are the next movie like. And do you think there's any chance of any of the people from Shang-Chi showing up in one of the last ones coming? Like they would have got ahead of the curve?
I don't think we're gonna see any. I don't think we're gonna see any Phase 4 characters in this season.
Okay. All right. I got nothing else. I could just keep wondering why the fuck Vision's in Ultron. I am as intrigued about this as that still not explained fight between Abomination and fucking Wong and Shang-Chi. What is that? If anyone knows, I am going to scream this to the moon. It makes no sense. Put it in the comments. Someone explain it to me. What was happening?
Actually, you know what? I think I want an entire what if that just explains.
What happened? They have that fight. They talk like they fight before, and he like takes it back to like a UFC ring where he's staying.
The episode should be called "What if Abomination traveled to what is their home?"
I don't remember. They only say it like twice. It starts with an M, doesn't it?
I think.
Hold on. Come on. Why is it not?
Oh, Kamartaj.
Kamartaj. Is it Kamartaj where Dr. Strange is from?
Yeah.
And no, I was talking about I was talking about the place where they were fighting in Shang-Chi.
Oh, you're talking about Talon.
No, the city they were at before they got the Ta Lo.
Oh, Macau.
Macau, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, like, what if Abomination and Wong were buddy cops? Like, I don't know. Also, it's like, I understand, like, Hulk has been in these. I'm kind of shocked, like, the only, and I get, we've got a animated movie about it already, which is really good. All you should go watch the Planet Hulk animated movie, which is shockingly good for the quality of animated films that Marvel used to make, which are not great. And like they haven't made an outright Hulk one, which I don't know if they technically, this isn't distributing a movie, so I don't know if Universal can still be dickbags about it. But I don't know.
That's a good question. I think when it comes to animation,
they can, because wasn't there a Hulk Marvel animated cartoon like Hulk and Agents of Smash?
Yeah,
there was. So yeah, they should be able to do whatever they want. It's just movie rights, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just film rights, and even
film distribution.
And even then, I think like between however many years it's been, I think Universal quietly said, here, take the rights back. We don't care anymore.
Well, it was, the whole thing was they could use the character. They just can't call it a Hulk film. Otherwise, they would have to pay Universal for distribution. That was the whole deal, right?
Yeah.
And because doesn't also, I don't know if they have, because isn't there a Hulk ride at Universal Studios?
Yep, there is.
So I think there might be something there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. They, like we've said many times, they make $1 billion a month. They could pay for some distribution fees. Either way, but yeah, this was great. We've got like 2 left.
Yeah, can you believe how like just how much time has flown?
It's crazy. It's crazy how fast something can go when it's not an unneeded 24 episodes.
Right?
It just breezes right on by.
I mean, the next series will be a couple months away, but before that, we've got Venom, which kind of sort of counts, and Eternals, which is at the start of November.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still some room in between the shows.
Oh yeah, there's stuff going on. The more I hear about Venom and this supposedly bonkers end credit scene that they have, do you honestly think that Holland shows up in that end credit scene?
I honestly don't know.
Because it's supposedly something they want fucking nobody to talk about.
If nobody's allowed to talk about it, then that means it's something connected to the multiverse.
It's like even Tom Hardy who never posts about anything on his social media, is like, please don't talk about that end credit scene if you've gotten a screener.
There was a picture on like Instagram or something where he was wearing a No Way Home production hat, and it's only suspicious because that picture was taken down.
Yeah, and it's like this is getting to the point of where, okay, cool. Like, guess what? Kevin Feige wore a blank hat, man. I bet you was like, I give or take he's at all of it, but if we're gonna get to the point of where it's like Tom Hardy could have just been a troll and went, I'm gonna put on a Doctor Strange hat today, and I'm gonna make the internet go nuts. Like, if I was in one of these Marvel movies, every different junket I went to, I would be purposely fucking with the media. Just to be like, I got an Ultron shirt on, just maybe. They're bringing it back. It's like
the one person who's really bad at hiding things is Andrew Garfield.
That dude, I swear on my soul. Again, there has been nothing from nobody that has promised either Andrew or Toby being in this movie. They've gone out of their way to admit that Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx are going to be in the movie, and nobody laughs like Willem Dafoe, so that motherfucker's in that movie. But they've said nothing. They've openly admitted all the villains, and there's going to be one of the two. But I just love how instantly everyone, when this movie came up, they're like, I hope it's good. I'm not going to expect the world. And then, like, John Campea put on his Facebook the end, like the portal scene in Endgame, what their expectations are. It's like you're not wrong, but it's like if he doesn't show up in this entire time, Garfield's like, I told you I wasn't there. Or just like if they have the balls, if they have Garfield in that movie and he's not Spider-Man.
Oh, the internet is going to destroy him.
Or, hear me out. If they have Tobey Maguire, I don't think this is going to happen. If they have Tobey Maguire beating Uncle Ben for Tom Holland, and they show him in a flashback so they can say, see, we got Toby to be in the movie. But he was Uncle Ben. Because they haven't said a damn word. Uncle Ben's only been mentioned in the What If.
And his name was on Peter's luggage in Far From Home.
Yeah, it's like they have gone out of their way to not say a damn thing. I don't even know if I've heard Tom Holland say the word responsibility. That's insane. They didn't pull no Martin Sheen going out of his way to word salad some horse shit at Andrew Garfield to not say with great power comes great responsibility. In the theater, I just went, wow, I get what you were going for, but you should have just said it. This is the second Spider-Man reboot. It's not like for the fourth time we've seen Martha and Thomas Wayne die. You could have just said it.
Seriously.
Yeah, but we're getting off on a tangent. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. This episode was great.
Yeah, it's a silly one. Fans of like Marvel and Star Wars should allow themselves like some fun, some levity.
Absolutely, and this had it in spades. I'm just like, I'm so ready for Love and Thunder now.
Same.
It's just the level of stupid that Taika can be up to. Now you're gonna have you're gonna have Jane Foster's Thor. I don't even know the level of just because like he never got to have Jane as a character in Ragnarok, so That's gonna be something else. That was the one toy in the chest he never got to play with. So, oh man, but yeah, we should get out. We're just rambling at this point. We should get out of here. Mike, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterbox.com/CoachK42. Find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name. You can check out Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can find us on Podchaser. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we.
And you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero. Oh boy. There we go. We're back. You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, Twitch streaming. I took a break this week. I actually had to go to the doctor because I had a morning where I woke up deaf. Not kidding. And I had to get my ears drained. Take care of yourself, people. I had a real bad scare. I'm good now. I hear better than I have in the past 5 years, but it was scary. Take care of yourselves. And I had a bad headache after that, so I was not streaming at all, but I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. Everyone, have a great day, and we will see you next time for Ultravision?
I guess?
Sure. Bye.